So yesterday on the 25th of November 2020, it was a historical day not only for Scotland, but also for women in general. Why? Because Scotland was the first country to allow female sanitary towels to be used publicly for free. Wow, ladies, we need to cheers to that. We need to toast to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. We have finally seen light at the end of the tunnel. Can you imagine something? This is something that women have been pushing for generations, for years and years and years. Why? Because you find that sexual products, let me just put it as condoms. Condoms, you find them for free. While women struggle a lot health-wise about the issue of their menstrual period, lacking the necessary equipments and products to help them facilitate this journey that we have for a few days or a few weeks. Okay, so ladies, before we start discussing about this, I'd just like to welcome you to this channel, and you can introduce yourself and tell the viewers what you do.
Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. My name is Dayoh. My channel talks about fitness, relationship and lifestyle in general, so kindly check my channel.
Hi lovely people, I'm Pauline of Simple Lady View, and I love cooking, cleaning and anything exciting we will do.
And I'm Nayomie. I focus on documentary, interviews, travel vlogs, among other stuff. Today we are doing something totally different. Thanks to you guys for requesting for a talk show, and this was a very good topic for us to discuss.
Yes.
So what do you feel about this step that countries have started to take concerning making sanitary products public for free?
Yeah, I think that's huge. That's a big step. That's an achievement, I swear. I'm praying that it will come to Kenya, where we can have pads for free. People are really struggling to get pads, where they get condoms for free, like you said. So I think I'm so overwhelmed. I just have no words to add on to that. I'm so happy for them.
What about you, Lady P?
I'm so humble and I'm so happy to learn that this thing has been made like a public thing, because if you don't take care of a girl child, oh my god, there is no future. No future. Yeah.
Actually, now we are narrowing down the conversation to Africa and Kenya in particular. I'm just wondering why we've not had such bills being proposed in
Kenya.
In Kenya, in the parliament, and yet we have women leaders, female leaders who we look up to. There's a time I went to Turkana, and oh my god, I felt like crying. Because you see a lady sitting on sand, like really on sand. They don't have sanitary towels. These are things that if you just pass the bill like this is just a span of a minute. And yet condoms are given for free. Like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Our female leaders failing. Do you feel like our female leaders are failing in this part?
Yeah, they're really failing so much, because I think condoms, they don't want the population to become high. They don't want HIV/AIDS, but they don't focus on the woman as girl child, as somebody growing up, and then you have periods and you don't have pads. They don't know how suicidal that thing can be. So I think the government is failing, the women leaders are failing, and they really should pass this bill. And condoms could, not condoms, but pads should be everywhere, free of charge. Yeah.
What I think, what I may say is that for condoms, not that the government is giving people condoms for free. They're everywhere. You go in clubs, you go in hospitals, you go in public places, you meet there's a lot of condoms. This is for leisure, or for pleasure, having fun. So is it a must where a man is benefiting, there is something for free, and where it's only a woman who is benefiting, there's nothing for free?
Exactly.
When a woman gets the periods, or this monthly visitor who comes up every time, a woman should be in the highest hygiene possible, because without that we're going to contract so many diseases and so many things are going to happen. So all I think, or all I say is we should take care of our girl child, not even minding anything else. You know,
Yeah.
a girl child should be number one. I'm not saying we'll be given all the favors, but I think hygienically or health-wise, a woman comes number one. Because each and everyone here came from a woman.
It's a product of a woman.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
we should take care of our women.
we should have those. And at least I'm happy. There are so many ways of these pads that are coming up. There are those, the cups.
Yeah, menstrual cups.
Yeah, there is this type of, I've seen so many brands of sanitary towels. There's so many, there are others which are cheap and then the expensive one.
At 50
So at
bob.
least, even if it's the cheap one, but something to hold up for a woman. Because imagine walking around with your periods and every man or even a dog can sniff blood from you. It's so weird.
But I think condoms are affordable for the men.
Exactly.
Why should they change that pads should be free, then condoms people can buy, men can buy condoms?
I feel, in fact, I just feel like condoms
Should be sold.
the price of condoms should be extremely high.
Yeah.
It won't be a priority. Ministry of Health, please.
Esther Passaris.
I think
Also our woman rep, Esther Passaris.
yeah.
You should check our woman.
But I think there was a movement for that thing.
Yeah.
For the sanitary pads to be given, and it was done for the counties. I think it's not the county reps who are failing us. Because I understand they said they have been given money.
And you
to
know,
sort
when you
everyone.
ask
But
donors
you know,
for such
things
money,
take-
it will come easily.
You know, let me tell you one thing. As long as it's not your child who's suffering, so I
You
don't,
cannot
I don't,
feel
I
it.
don't care.
Yeah.
You know, right now, if you have a girl in your house and she starts her period at the age of 11 or when she's young, you will be there. Even if she's going to school, you'll be like, no, she can't go to school now until she learns what's happening to her body.
Yeah.
But no, if it's not your child or anyone in the family, you don't give her that. Like, you don't care. You know.
Yeah.
So I think as a woman, we should also, apart from even expecting other things from people, we should also learn on how to be clean. For example, our parents' time, they never had sanitary towels. They used to use cotton. I know cotton it's a past thing, but now you need to be clean. You can't just sit there and mess on yourself, mess your clothes, make everything to be messy. You have to look for a way to keep yourself clean as you wait for assistance.
Yeah.
But like even getting cotton to them is a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem, but there is a way. Like my grandmother always told me when I used to go to Shaz and visit my grandmother, she used to tell me that when they were young and they get the monthly periods, they would take a cloth, they tear it up into small pieces, they wash them well, thoroughly well, they wash them, and there's a way how they would fold. They would put a mattress like something with the cloth and fold it and put it there. If they feel that it's soaking up, they would go remove and wash it and put something
But
else.
it's so,
I know that
it's
one.
such
It's traumatizing.
it's too much work.
traumatizing.
Too much work.
It's traumatizing, but at the end of the day, you have to be clean. You know, imagine sitting on the soil, and what they do is they dig a hole and sit. For how long are you going to sit on that hole? For 7 good days, seated on a hole. Because it fills up, you cover that, you chimba another one, you sit. For how long are you going to do?
And people are partying and they know that you're having your period.
Exactly.
And some point fingers, especially men. Like, who does that?
Do you know in school there are girls who get their periods, and once people know it, or once you notice that boys have known it becomes so traumatizing to them. They can't even face the boys, they can't even face anyone. Their self-esteem goes down completely. So that's what I'm saying. As we wait for their help, we should do something to ourselves.
Yeah, but now my question is, you see, even the issue of hygiene, what you've just talked about, like girls or women in marginalized areas like Turkana, you see, they don't even have access to that education where they're
Exactly.
told to clean yourself. If just normal education, they don't even have desks. now this other education, how is it going to be?
Exactly.
It's going to
Even
be
some
hard.
don't know about periods.
Some they
I'm
don't.
like, Daddy, Mommy, I have blood on me.
Some even they don't have time for mommy daddy because you feel as if it's a shameful thing to tell your parents, or even to face someone and tell them, you know what, I have blood coming out in me. So all they do is just hide and do their own thing, even with the leaves and everything.
I think
Just
as
let it
Africa,
grow and
we have a lot of work to do for a girl.
Indeed we do.
We have a lot of work. Education, free sanitary towels. There's a lot of work, but I really don't know who will stand out. Who will stand up and say that enough is enough and we have to do
Exactly.
this.
And if leaders who we look up to, they feel like they're not fit for the job, maybe they just we need change. We need change, because honestly, it's so sad seeing a kid in Turkana sitting down for 7 days, and you're just in your home and you're paying tax. It's not making sense.
How much?
Because for me, I'm like, okay, fine, some of us can afford it, but then okay, if the budget is just too tight, or this or that, can we focus on these marginalized areas kindly? Just kindly focus. Or what do you think?
Rather think maybe they can put like how what's the population of us in Kenya, like in Kenya?
Women,
Yes. No, all of us.
47 million.
47 million. Just putting a pay bill number that you can be paying even 100 bob per month, or 50 bob, or even 1 shilling. How much can you collect?
It will
And
go
you
a
have
long
places where you can go pick a pad when you have a period.
It will
I
go
think
a long
it's just
way.
about us as women who stand up and say we're going to do this. Just a simple pay bill number, we share it, and we have points where people are going to pick pads.
Yeah. I feel like women, even those in power, those who have platforms, if you can use your voice to maybe to start this movement or continue this movement, it will really help someone. Someone out there is looking up to you guys, or up to people like us. You know, let's take care of our future generation, so that when we're long gone, our kids are not suffering. Yeah.
I love the fact, like, we have one celebrity that is Akose, if I can say. The time people were distributing sanitizers and face masks and food.
Yeah.
For her, she did something special, and that is sanitary towels and food. That's what she did. And as you have seen in the current advertisements you see on the TV, there is something that is happening. Currently, women are advancing because no woman wants to be left behind. Like, we have those companies produce cheaper sanitary towels, and we have those companies that produce expensive sanitary towels. Like now, there is a product that came in the market. A sanitary pad that came in the market goes for 400 shillings.
Yeah, the cotton one.
You see the cotton one.
Yeah.
So if these sanitary towels are getting expensive for 400 shillings, sooner or later, even these other companies, they're going to increase their rates so that they can beat the market.
I think that pad is targeting rich people.
No, you can't say rich people, because once they get that pad in the market, other companies will feel like, okay, for the common wananchi, we have to be cheap, But that cheap, at one time, it's going to be expensive because they're going to raise their prices up. If it was 50 bob, they're going to increase to 100 shillings. If it was 100 shillings, it's going to be 120 or 150. So at the end of the day, even those who can afford, they're going to suffer. Like now, they will start being told, each and every company will come with that organic
cotton
pad, and that one will be expensive. And kidogo, these other companies will start having competition with these others to get to the market.
Exactly.
It's like now how people do say in Swahili, like bikers zilikuja zikatoa kamisi kwa market. How many women wear petticoats of late? Very few women wear petticoats. But currently, people wear bikers to a point now, like even those bikers have become a normal wear. You see? So what's the difference with that and the sanitary pads?
No, I think the good thing is that they have pads for all prices. This one for 50, 80, 100, and that one for 300.
But we also
So
have
you go
25
where
shillings.
you go where your pocket allows you,
Yeah.
which
Definitely.
is good. The bad thing it could be if they only had that one for 300 and they like got away with the one for 50. But at least they have that one. So
Yeah,
take
the
which one you can afford.
But do
Yeah.
you think one day the prices will
Yeah,
go up?
obviously. Yeah,
They will
obviously.
hike.
Definitely.
That's why. But we're hoping that when that time comes, things will be like the government will be distributing these things for free.
Yeah.
Or rather, just lower. You can make it even 10 shillings. Right?
I think
Or
it's
20.
Or rather, women
just
supporting
free.
women.
Women supporting women. Women supporting women.
Come up with a number that everyone you can send anything you can.
Exactly.
Advantage of those mradis, those paybill numbers, those donors.
Exactly.
And they use
Exactly.
the same parts that are being given for free. They sell them. The same money sent for parts they squander it.
They squander.
Oh,
But do you know, this sanitary thing has led to so many women to get unwanted pregnancies. Do you know that?
yeah.
Due to this lack of sanitary towels, lack of this and this
Education.
for a woman and this, if you look at it like this, you'll meet a man, you tell him your problems, like I don't get soap for bathing, I can't wash my clothes, I don't have water, I don't have sanitary pads. That man will be willing to buy for you everything. He will be willing to buy you those pads so that he can take something.
And you feel like it's
In
meant
his
for
time,
you everything.
you see.
Wow.
Yeah, you feel like, now
So
he's
he will
coming to
get
my
for you
aid.
he will get for you the pads, and you give yourself to the man. At the end of it all, you're pregnant.
Sure.
It's not your fault.
And your dreams are shattered.
Yeah, it's not your fault, but situations and circumstances forced you to do it.
Guys, but if you're watching this, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about the government distributing sanitary towels for free to the public? And how can we help, and how can you help as well? Let us know your thoughts. Queen Dayoh, what's your parting shot on this topic?
I think as women we have talked enough, and enough is enough. Like we should take action. Like what should the government do to us? What should the women rep do for us? And like we pray that one day we'll get pads for free. I pray for that day to come to pass. So that's what I would say.
What about you, Lady P?
Personally, I would say that let's take care of a girl child. Let's take care of the future generation that is coming up. Because without a woman, you're not heading anywhere. There'll be no future.
Absolutely. Guys, it's time for change. You can do it, I can do it. And if we hold each other's hands, I believe everything is possible. And I hope for brighter days ahead, honestly. And things are going to be good. For those girls who are experiencing this, hang in there. You're strong. And very soon it will come to pass. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I am your host, Nayomie, and this is Tell a Tale. Bye.